Good morning. Today I want to talk about staying in your own truth. You'll hear me say this in a lot of videos, um, but today I want to specifically talk about staying in truth. And what I mean by that is, you know, how many of you in your daily lives feel like you're on a receiving end of criticism or judgments? People judging you, judging the decisions or choices that you make in your life, maybe with your job, maybe with the way you raise your children, um, you know, and it's enough to irritate you and suck the positive energy out of you if you allow it to. Uh, so when I talk about staying in your own truth, you know, what I mean is what other people think about who you are, what you do, or how you act um, shouldn't concern you. If people want to be a part of your life, then they should be a positive part of your life. If they're judging or criticizing you, or they're giving you a hard time, um, that's their truth. That's not your truth. That's their struggle, not your struggle. It becomes yours if you take that on. If you spend any energy or time focusing on what's being said or what's being done, then you're owning it and it becomes yours. You take that home with you to roost. And, I encourage you to stay in your own truth. And your truth for you is, as long as you're willing to take a look at yourself on a daily basis and you're working on yourself to try to become a better person, what does their opinions really matter? What they say and what they think really doesn't matter. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful manner, but realistically, are they paying your bills? Are they cleaning your house? Are they clothing your children? Are they buying your groceries? Why put that much energy or concern into what somebody else thinks about you and about how you live and about the choices and decisions you make in your life? All you have to do is strive to make positive choices, to be good to the people around you and the world around you. People are going to appreciate you for what you have to offer and what you have to give to the world around you. And if they don't, then they don't really belong in your daily living. They don't belong in your life. You alone have the choice or decision to allow who comes into your life and who doesn't. Who's going to be a part of it and who isn't. Negative people, I'm sorry. I don't have energy or time for you. I will assist you. I will help you. I will pray for you. But you will not share any part of my life, in my personal life. I will keep you at bay and I will keep you at a distance. And that's for my own well-being. That's to stay in my own truth. So, the videos I do, the posts that I put up, those are to inspire and to encourage. Not to come across arrogantly, not to think I'm better than anybody else, because I'm not. But I have lived a very hard life. I know what it's like to be suicidal and sit with a shotgun to my head. I know what it's like to be a recovering alcoholic and having been a using alcoholic in the past, and what it's done to myself, what it's done to my family, and to my friends and the people around me, employers, you name it. I by far am no saint, and anybody that knows me knows that. People who know me and know where I'm at today have an appreciation for the honesty and responsibility that I've taken for myself and my life, and that's what I say about, and the reason why I bring this up and I say this is it's about staying in your own truth. I don't care what people think about me. It doesn't concern me. I still do what I do, and my struggles are my struggles. Some people want to take those on because they have maybe And that's the way you need to think about it. If somebody's judging you or criticizing you, maybe that's how you need to view that, is that somebody's taking on your struggles and it's not theirs to take on, you know. And why are they doing that? Because it's more convenient to take a look at you than a look at themselves. And that's the honest to God truth. You know, if people tell you that you're overweight, that you're lazy, that you're this or you're that, you know, chances are they're all of those things that they're criticizing about, and it's easier to focus on somebody else than to focus on themselves. But this isn't rocket science. It's been this way forever. When you stop and slow down and tell yourself these things, that's when you start taking the higher road. That's when you start feeling better about yourself and thinking better about yourself. It's not about he said, she said, or they believe this or they believe that. Who cares? Does it affect the way, not way, but does it affect the person that you are? Does it change the person that you are today? As long as you're moving forward in a good way, and you're doing what makes you feel good about yourself and about the world around you, nothing else really matters. You know, be true to yourself. You know, be true to yourself before you can be true to anybody else. Always take a look at choices and decisions you're making, and ask if they're making you spiritually well or spiritually ill. You know, you're responsible for your path. You're not responsible for anybody else's. You know, your journey is your own. It was specifically designed just for you by the Creator. There's nobody that has a right to be pointing fingers at you, but people will do that. Those are the ones that need the most help. They'll point fingers at other people and point out their character flaws or whatever it is they feel they have, because they don't want to look at their own. 9 times out of 10 people that are judging or criticizing have a lot of issues within themselves. They're broken themselves, and they have a lot of things that need to be fixed within themselves. So you have choices. You know, if you focus on what somebody's saying about you or the criticisms that they're trying to put on you, you're drawing that into yourself, your energy, and you're letting it occupy a lot of space and a lot of time in your head. And you'll go into the day feeling negative, feeling upset, maybe even hurt, you know. But that's their truth. And somebody else's truth for you isn't your truth. The only reason why they're creating this truth for you is because they don't want to look at their own truth. There are a lot of lost and broken people around us, and we don't judge or criticize them, but being an example, you know, if somebody has low energy, low vibration, and they try bringing that into your world, you don't have to allow it to be a part of your world. Shut that right out. You know what? If somebody's negative, you know what? Hey, I ain't got time for you. You know, go be miserable somewhere else. You know, my life is good, and I'm not taking on what it is that you're selling. I'm not buying it. Sell that to somebody else, because, you know, I'm not in the market for it. And I like to focus my time and attention on those who do want help, those who need help, and those who are looking for it. You know, like doing these videos. I do these videos to assist. That's it. I've lived a very hard life. I've been through a lot of hard things, you know. Like I said, in my lifetime, you know, I know what it's like to have been suicidal growing up. I know what it's like to have been an alcoholic and be an alcoholic, you know, in recovery for the last almost 16 years. I know what it's like to be put down, to be made to, you know, to be made to feel like I'm ugly, you know, and then to take that on and feel that way about myself is very damaging, and it can take years to heal from that. You know, and the things that you say to people are going to help or hurt. So be kind. Be kind to people. Be kind to the world around you. It really does matter, and it really does affect how somebody sees themselves. And if you truly, truly have a heart, you know, and your heart is that of the Creator, then those are the kind of things that you want to put out to the world around you. Don't be part-time. Don't be half-time anything. Oh, I'll be good half the time, and the other half of the time I'm driving down the road, I'm looking at somebody and I'm judging them. I'm walking in a store and I'm judging somebody because of what they're wearing or how they look. Who cares? It's their life, it's their path, it's not yours. It's not yours to pick apart. It's not theirs to pick apart yours, you know. And when we start changing the way we see the world around us, then our attitude starts changing. And that's huge. And some people are just so stuck. How many people do you know that everything that just comes out of their mouth is just drama? It's drama, or it reeks of misery. Who wants to live a life like that? I mean, where's the fulfillment in that? You know, you can get on social media and you watch people, and everything they post is dramatic. It's drama filled, and it's like, oh my God, am I glad that I'm not living in your day, and I'm not definitely not letting you live in a part of mine. You know, in most cases, I'll unfollow people who, I'm there for everybody that needs help, and I'm not judging or criticizing, but I'll unfollow somebody whose messages are less than positive and don't serve a purpose in my higher understanding. And, I encourage you to do the same thing. Pick and choose what you allow in your daily living. You don't have to allow negativity in. You don't have to allow negative people in. If you're getting all worked up because so and so said this or doing this, I'm sorry, that's on you. You know, you can separate yourself from that anytime you want. You can separate yourself from those people that aren't complimenting your life. Because they really are only going to come in one or two ways: to either complicate your life or complement it. And if they're not complimenting your life, then what are they doing in it? Pick and choose what you're going to allow to be a part of your daily living. And don't succumb to somebody's negative energy. And that's hard to do sometimes. But you can do it. I was a real mess, and my family my family can vouch for that. They can tell you the same things. My closest and dearest friends, and even people in the community and on a reservation I grew up on, know the same thing. They knew what I was like growing up. They knew the choices and decisions I made, because you can't hide that. We all have a past. We all come from a past. But people change. People change because they want to change. I've had many mentors and many positive people who have come in and out of my life, and a lot of them are still there, because when somebody brings something positive to your life, well, you want to hold on to that, because there's enough negativity out there. I've met some very inspirational men and women in my life who have definitely had a big hand in my looking at myself, my looking at the choices and decisions I was making for my life, and how to view the world around me. So everything that I'm learning and that I'm sharing, it's not mine. These are things that life taught me, and that other people helped me understand. And all I do is all I'm doing with videos, with posts, is reflecting on my experiences and what I've learned from them. And then you share them with the world around you, and they become a gift. It isn't about ego. It isn't about arrogance. It's about sharing that knowledge and your experiences with the world around you. Some people will see it however they want. I really don't care. If people think people may think I'm egotistical, well, that's fine. That's your opinion, and your opinion really doesn't apply to how I'm going to be in my daily life, and how I'm going to continue sharing my experiences with people, and using that to maybe assist people in their lives, and how they better themselves, and if they choose to. And those, I was told once, that not all will listen, and not all will believe. And it isn't my responsibility to chase after them, to try to get them to listen, or try to get them to believe. They're on their own. Focus your energy and time on those who will listen, those who do believe, and magic things will happen in the lives that you touch. This doesn't. I'm not just talking about just me. I'm talking about you too. Be that way with everybody in your life. Everybody you come in contact with, you're going to bless their life, or you're going to create struggles. And be that blessing in their life. You know, be that reason they smile when they walk away from you. Like, man, you know, I really dig that person, man. That person's really cool, man. You know, they really make me feel good just talking to them. And that's how you want to be to the world around you. Give that back. You know, somebody's making you feel good. Share that. Share that with somebody, man. Give it back. You know, and be the light in somebody's day. You know, so many people I come in contact with, and because my perception of life has changed, they're generally, usually, always good experiences because of the way I view the world around me, and understand that we're all works in progress. There's not one perfect. You know, I definitely still struggle with my own thoughts, and I can still, up in my thoughts, be judging people, and that's when I catch myself and say, you know what, I'm not going to be judging anybody, and I catch that before it comes out of here. I always try to catch it before it comes out of here, because up here is where you got to change it. Once it comes out of here, it's too late. You put that truth out in the universe. And it's not even a truth, really, but it's you put that energy out in the universe, and there's no taking it back once those thoughts become words, you know. And you all know that. Those of you who've been in very intimate relationships where you maybe had a struggle or an argument, and you said hurtful things to each other, you didn't mean it, but you were motivated by what you were feeling at that time, and those things could have hurt the person that you love the most, and you could have been hurt by the person that you love the most, you know. And that's how that affects us when we let that thought become words, you know. Walk away. We don't have to engage this just because this is going. You know, walk away. Take time to think things through. I that's how I am today. You know, I'm not really good with conflict. So if I'm not sure what I'm feeling and how to respond to what I'm feeling, then sometimes the best thing to do is say nothing at all, and come back later and talk about it. And after you know, because having been egotistical, you know, my first reaction will to become defensive. And when you become defensive, nothing gets accomplished. So I have to be in a place, you know, sometimes that initial shock when somebody brings something to you can set you back. And it doesn't hurt to take a step back and take a look at yourself and where you're at and how you're feeling. Sort things out. Make sure that you're open-minded enough to be able to hear what it is that you need to hear, leave what it is that you need to leave, and accept what's truth and know the difference between truth and lie. What's your responsibility in every situation and what's not your responsibility. There's so much that I could talk about when it comes to changing my own thought process and changing the way I've always thought and how I feel. But I don't aspire to be anything negative in anybody's life if I can help it. If I come in contact with you and you are kind enough to invite me in your daily living, then I want to do something to inspire your life and create good energy and make you feel good about yourself, to build you up, not destroy you, not tear you down, but to make you feel better about yourself and about your day and your outlook on life and the view. You know, because when you see those kind of people around you, it really does make a difference. And I have plenty of good people in place. And I always look forward to being able to spend time with them and talk with them. So anyway, I wish you all a blessed day. It is sunny out. It is gorgeous. Get out and enjoy yourself if you can. I got to work a 12-hour shift later on this evening. I'm not going to spend much time out when I'm going to need to try to get some sleep. And, you know, 6 o'clock in the evening comes up fast, and I got to work from 6 in the evening till 6 in the morning. So I just want to take a little bit of time to do something and say something and share with you my thoughts for today, and hopefully you get something out of it. Hopefully it inspires you to have an amazing day, if anything. You know, get out, enjoy the trees, the breeze, the sun. It is warm out. I don't know where y'all from, but I know in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it is warm out and it's sunny. And it's going to be a gorgeous day. Enjoy it. I say Dokasha.